Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to my channel. Today's session is very important for you because here I'm going to discuss one word that is enough, and I'm going to help you to learn how to use this word in multiple ways. People generally use it, but they do not know exactly where we are supposed to keep it in a sentence. Its position matters a lot. Okay, so the word that is enough, let us start the discussion. I again welcome you. Let us start the discussion here. The word is enough. What does it mean by as much as necessary? How to use it? It actually means as much as necessary. Now the question is, if I'm using this word in a sentence, so how I'm going to keep it in a sentence? That means I should keep it immediate after the subject, immediate after the verb, or immediate before the verb, immediate after an adjective, or I should keep it before an adjective. If I use it after an adjective before a noun, what does it mean by, or if I keep it before an adjective that is followed by a noun? So what does it mean by? This is what we are supposed to learn here. Can there be an exception where I can use a preposition with enough? Yes, enough of. That's what we have to discuss in this session. Okay, let us start the discussion, my dear friends. The first area that we have to discuss is with adjectives. So can I use enough with adjectives? Yes, I must use. I can use enough with adjectives. The example that I've given you here is he's tall enough to touch the roof. So tall enough, old enough, something like that. Thin enough, fat enough, whatever the situation may be, whatever that becomes an adjective for someone, you can use dash enough, black enough, white enough, something like that, soft enough, hard enough. Okay, so you can use it in case of an adjective where it is actually immediate after an adjective. In second case, here it is with the adverb. So whenever I'm using it with an adverb, please note that it actually comes immediate after an adverb like an adjective. Like I mentioned here one example, she could not write quickly enough. So that means quickly enough, softly enough, hardly enough, whatever you want to write, you can use it, but it should come immediate after an adverb. Immediate after an adverb. And after that, there is one word that is verb. So in case of verb, you can use it with a verb and it again comes after the verb. For example, she reads enough, she drinks enough, whatever you want to use. So it should come immediate after a verb. If it comes after a verb, that means it is going to reflect its meaning. It is going to reflect its meaning. Next one here is when I'm using it with the nouns. As in when I use enough in a noun, in a situation with a noun, please note that it cannot come after the noun. It always comes before the noun. Unlike adjective, adverb, and verb. Because in these three cases, it was coming immediate after that. After, in case of adjective, it was coming immediate after an adjective. In case of adverb, it was coming immediate after an adverb. In case of verb, it was coming immediate after verb. But in case of noun, it is coming before the verb, before a noun. I'm sorry, it comes before a noun. So that means I can say that it is followed by a noun in that scenario. So if she has money, she has enough money. It's very simple. Am I right? And after that, we have to discuss as a pronoun. Can there be a situation where I'm using enough as a pronoun? Yes, there are situations. I've given you an example here. Kindly bring more chairs, there are not enough. Okay, I have mentioned that she served me meals, but I found it was not enough. I found them not enough. Whatever you want to say. So that means you can connect two sentences somewhere using a connector or depending on your requirement, but you are keeping enough at the end of the sentence. Clear? Enough is coming at the end of the sentence, that's why I'm calling it as a pronoun. So it is not used with a pronoun, it is itself acting as a pronoun. So I'm using enough as a pronoun. This is a discussion. After that, I'm using enough with a preposition, enough of. So I can use enough with a preposition of, so it becomes enough of in a situation where it is followed by a determiner or a pronoun. When it is followed by a determiner or a pronoun, if it happens, so that means the situation I must have like enough of his, enough of her, enough of their, enough of his potential, enough of her competency, enough of his something like that. So that means you have to use it in a situation where there should be a determiner or a pronoun immediate after that. Okay, let us go through one example. I have not seen enough of his work. So I'm putting one here pronoun, correct? Or determiner, that you can say determiner. So in such scenario, you can use enough of. Otherwise, you are not supposed to use enough of in such cases. Okay. In the last, we are going to discuss adjective and a noun. That means we are using enough in a situation where it is either followed by an adjective and a noun, or it is actually following an adjective and it itself is followed by a noun. Okay, two examples are there. Let us go through them, then I will discuss with you. First example here is, I have not received big enough envelopes. So here enough is coming after big but before envelopes. In second sentence it is written like this: I have not received enough big envelopes. Enough big envelopes. So that means here it is coming before an adjective. So please understand that when I am using enough after an adjective, when I'm using enough after an adjective, that means it reflects adjective. So if I say that big enough envelopes, big enough envelopes, that means I'm mainly focused on its size. I'm not bothered about quantity. So as and when I say that enough big envelopes, so it is big, it is not important for me. The important thing here is its count, its number. Okay, so if I say that not, suppose I put a word here not, it's a negative sentence. I have not received big enough envelopes. So actually in this sentence I'm saying that the size of the envelopes was not as big as I expected, but I'm happy with the count. Why? Because enough is coming immediate after the after an adjective. When it is coming before an adjective, actually it is not an adjective now. I would say it is now. It has become a noun phrase. So rather putting envelope, I'm saying big envelopes. So I'm saying that I have not received enough big envelopes. So that means I'm not bothered about the size. I'm happy with the size, but I'm more bothered about the count. So that means if it is not satisfactory, I'm saying that I have not received. So that means I'm looking for more content. I need more quantity of it. I hope you must have liked it, my dear friends. Before we end up this session, you have to recapitulate what did you learn here. Number one, word enough. Its meaning as, what was that? As much as necessary. Different type of the sentences where you are using, either you are using it with an adjective. In case of adjective, it is coming immediate after an adjective. For example, we discussed tall enough, fat enough, something like that. Intelligent enough. Clear? Anywhere you are using it immediate after an adjective. In case of adverb, you are using it immediate after an adverb. Quickly enough, like that. In case of verb, you are using it immediate after a verb. After a verb. Example is enough, read enough, read enough, read enough, speaks enough, something like that. In case of noun, it is coming before the noun. She has money, she has enough money. But you can't say she has money enough. This is incorrect. Okay, in case of noun, it comes before the noun. It cannot come after the noun. Clear? In case of as a pronoun, when I'm using it as a pronoun, so I'm given one example where it comes in the second part of the sentence, or it comes in the second part of the same sentence where it is at the last of the sentence. So if it comes at the last of the sentence, it automatically becomes a pronoun. Example here is, kindly bring more chairs, there are not enough. Kindly bring more chairs, there are not enough. In the second part, we discussed enough of, where I discussed with you, in case of enough of, it is actually to be followed by a determiner or a pronoun. So if you do not use a determiner or pronoun, automatically your sentence may go incorrect. So what example that I've given you? Enough of his work. Enough of his work. In the last I discussed with you, if I'm keeping it in a sentence where both adjective and nouns are available. If it comes immediate after an adjective before a noun, it actually reflects adjective. Example, big enough envelope. So that means I'm bothered about size, I'm not bothered about the envelope count. But here if I say enough big envelope, so that means I'm this word enough is representing the noun phrase. Noun phrase means I'm more bothered about the noun, I'm not bothered about the size. So that means I'm not talking about its size. I'm here talking about the number of the envelopes available with me. Thank you so much for watching this video, my dear friends. Thanks a lot, and I hope to meet you soon in upcoming videos. Keep watching, enjoy learning with us, enjoy learning with ARIHANT. Thanks a lot.